Cut out the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
I love Mr. T. That dude's awesome. Folks, I love what is happening out here. Trump is already getting at it. Incredible stuff that's happening. And it is, folks, Thursday election threats. The threats are out there also. And, most of the violent and idiotic rhetorical threats are coming from the left. But there's some threats now coming from Trump, or at least his attorney. Get this, folks. We have lawfare coming, and it's not coming at Trump. He's going to start throwing it out there, and I'm sure it's going to be on steroids. Well, I guess maybe if we talked about it more, he's actually been countersuing people. And I believe Elon Musk is going to be countersuing people as well here. We're just suing him, period, for all of the threats and lies and bullshit. Well, regarding what's the guy's name? Mike Smith, the jackass federal prosecutor, the special jackass. He's pulling in on the reins and whoa and getting off of there. But Letitia James, as I discussed this morning, she's continuing to come at Trump. So his lawyer, Mike Davis, was on the on social media today on the news, and he told the Attorney General of New York, Letitia James, this, and I quote, "I dare you to try to continue your lawfare against President Trump." Note, he did not call him Donald Trump or Donald J. Trump. President Trump. Says, we're not messing around this time, and we will put your fat ass in prison for conspiracy against rights. Understand what that means, folks. Not only are they going to do a civil lawsuit, but they'll seek criminal penalties because conspiracy against rights, that is a crime. Serious crime. Yeah, Letitia James, she could get a jail cell right next to Derek Chauvin. That's right, the guy who was making sure that St. George Floyd was holding still on the ground when he succumbed to his fentanyl overdose. In any event, folks, the lawfare has started, the threats have started, and that's why this is a Thursday election threat edition of the show. Good golly. Get your questions down below. I want to hear what you guys are thinking about seeing and hearing, because I'm hearing it from all over the country, from way up in New England, all the way on the West Coast, down south, up in the middle of the country. I think they call that the Midwest. All over the place. I'm getting reports, even from as far away as Eastern Florida. You bet. You bet, folks. It is on, and it's cracking me up. These leftists are losing their minds. One particularly dumb bitch was on TikTok or Facebook or one of them, and she was asking anybody if they know how to get a hold of a hitman. She needs a hitman, specifically for Trump. She's literally on social media asking for someone to let her know where to find a hitman. Only the dumbest of hitmen would answer that, shall we say, job opportunity. Good golly, they're dumb. And the fits are just enormously entertaining. And so I was talking about that with Uman prior to the show here, right before we got on. We were in the green room, and the green screen room. And, I said, I don't understand it. These people want attention, but it's for looking stupid. And then I realized I had an epiphany, a psychology epiphany, because Uman said something like, they just do it for attention. I'm like, what? And then I realized it's true. They do it for the attention. They want attention, and they're getting it by playing the victim, crying, smashing their head on the steering wheel, running around in their house, kicking their TVs and smashing their TVs in, just basically throwing a fit. It used to be that people tried very hard, work very hard. Think about this. Think about it. When I was a kid, if you wanted to be recognized, you had to work hard and get good grades. You had to excel in sports. You had to do something positive, right? Positive. Build houses for birds, something, right? And you would be admired, if you want to use that word. You would be admired by your parents, your siblings, your friends, right? School would recognize you for doing good. But these kids don't care about doing good. These idiots. It's much easier and faster to be a victim, right? The victim mentality, victimhood. They want to be victims. And so they play that because it's easier to get attention. Well, if that's the case, they're going to get a lot of attention for the next 4 years, at least the next 4 years. We could end up with some sort of political dynasty. And I know that's wishful thinking, and I'm way ahead of myself. But if Trump does well, and I spoke with a very knowledgeable, very well-connected finance person today. I'm trying to develop this sort of inner circle to figure out what's going on. They said, well, if you look back to the Reagan years, the first couple of years under Reagan were tough. They were tough. He put in Reaganomics, and it took a while for everything to kick in. So I thought this financier was going to have some shitty things to say about the new tariffs that are coming that will protect American jobs and, raise prices on everything. And he just said, look, it takes time. When you fix a problem, right, the healing takes time. You got, let's just say, a tumor, cancerous tumor. You've got to go through the operation. You've got to remove the tumor, remove the cancer, and then you've got to heal, and it takes a while. Well, we had some big fucking cancers, and there's a lot still there that needs to be cut out. But we can recover from this. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be disgusting to watch the Rhino Republicans. They are actually doing their threats as well already. Yes, sirree. One Republican senator put his sorry ass on mainstream media and said, Trump, he needs to keep his nose out of the Senate as we pick our new leadership because turtballs, turtles, sellout, scumbag Mitch McConnell, long time, his whole fucking life in the U.S. Senate, being a sellout, has resigned. Right? He's had gone on the fritz a few times and froze up, had a seizure in front of everyone. Interesting stuff. But yeah, it's time to put a senator in there who isn't a rhino sellout, anti-American piece of shit. We need real, good, strong, patriotic leadership. So yeah, the threats are already coming. So the rhino Republicans in the House and Senate are like, okay, if I can hold back my vote, I can really get a lot of media attention and act like a real badass, and then I'll get lots of bribes from companies on this every side, and I'll get rich. Right? That's all they give a fuck about. We need a real pro-America, America first patriot. Hopefully we can get it. Not another fucking maggot Mike Johnson. All right. I'm going to continue. Let's go international if we shall. We talked a lot or a little bit about our national reaction. Well, Viktor Orban over in Hungary is thrilled about President Trump winning the election. And folks, he has a hell of a mandate. Popular vote, electoral college vote, commanding vote, districts all over the country, blue counties getting wiped off the map everywhere. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. So Viktor Orban, he even put on a Make America Great Again hat. The world is telling us. Sometimes it's government leaders. Other times it's the people themselves having rallies for Trump in Japan, in Ireland, in England, throughout Europe, the people are celebrating the return of somebody in America speaking about freedom. Even over in Mother Russia, Vladimir Putin, right, the leader of Russia, said, quote, "We are ready to speak with Trump. His behavior when there was an attempt on his life, I was impressed." Folks, you bet your ass the Russians are impressed. The Chinese are impressed. Everybody is impressed. In Europe, folks, the liberal socialists in Europe are scared of the man. They're like, hi, Mr. Trump. Oh, yeah, we're glad you're back. Right? They're a bunch of cowardly sellouts. Trump projects power, confidence, authority, all the things that Kamala never had. She couldn't even pretend to have it. And I'm not going to pick on Joe Biden because he really is a dementia-ridden old man at this point. But I tell you what, folks, Trump is back and he has purpose and he has cause and reason. And he's got some cans of whoop ass to distribute. I can't wait to see it. And speaking of people who need some whoop ass, guess who was shooting weapons at and setting fire to effigies of Trump? Really, they made fake Trumps an effigy, right? A doll or a cardboard cutout. That would be the Ukraine military, the Azov Battalion, the Nazi army of Ukraine hates Trump. They did those things. They talk shit. They shot it up and they set it on fire. A Trump, because they know Trump is not going to give them money. They've already been given by the United States alone somewhere in the neighborhood of $200 billion of our money. And as soon as the spigots are turned off, they're going to flip us the bird. They're going to say, we hate you. We want to kill you. Some ally we have there. It's just a fucking money laundering operation for the Democrats and the rhinos like Mittens Romney. He's a rhino. You know, people like him that are wanting to sell out this country, send money overseas so they get their kickback, right? So they get their cut like the big guy gets his 10% cut. Just absolutely crazy. But folks, it hasn't gotten all the way crazy yet. It hasn't come home to hit us yet. I think as Republicans, as Americans, as patriots, well, I know I'm still in a bit of shock. I'm relieved. I'm like, okay, don't have to worry about Kamala. But I'm just now starting to sense all of the things that are piling up. And I think the Democrats are as well, and as well as the street Democrats, because they're getting ready to start the violence. They really are, folks. They're getting ready to start the violence. It is coming. It's coming. Right? The anti-Israel protesters are beginning to spew hate. They're beginning to spark for violence. They're denouncing the Trump victory. They know this isn't good for them. They know. And what I can tell you is that Trump has let them know. If you are here on a student visa from another country and you say things like death to Israel and death to America and burn our American flag, your sorry, raggedy ass is going to be thrown on a plane and you're going to get dumped in another country. We're not going to have it. We're not going to invite guests into our nation and then have you talk shit about us. I think that's wonderful. That's one more thing that Trump is doing, folks. One more thing. And there is more. There's more. Questions down below, 15 minutes. I'm going to get to you. Now get this. These fucking people are the biggest chicken shit, lying, hypocrite sacks of shit ever. They're unreasonable. Their stupidity and ignorance is unfathomable. Get this. up Chuck Schumer, former Senate Majority Leader. As soon as we get through all this crap, Chuck will be ousted. Someone's going to have to fumigate the chair from his grisly old ass sitting in it. But Chuck Schumer is essentially embracing bipartisan concepts. He's actually out there, asking Republicans, I'm going to use the word begs. He's begging Republicans to embrace the bipartisan spirit. Right? There is a fucking Republican blowout in the election. And remember, only 1/3 of the senators are elected every 2 years. So unlike Congress, which can have really big swings in power, the Senate, you only get a shot at removing 1/3 of them every election. Well, they lost a lot, folks. It was a fucking huge sweep. And the only one that's up for grabs still is Kari Lake in the great state of Arizona. And once again, when people go and they vote Trump, they vote party line. The next vote after the president would have been for Senate. It would have been for Senate, and that would have been for Kari Lake. There's no way they would vote for Trump and they go down and go, no, I'm not voting for Kari Lake. Or I'm just not going to vote on that one. So every vote Trump got, and Trump won Arizona, they're like, oh, well, the race is too close to call. How can that be? It is statistically, once again, an improbability, if not an impossibility. Just take as many votes in Arizona as Trump got, and that's what Kari Lake got. Period. There's no other way around it, folks. It's like 1 potato, 2 potato. It's not like she's on the back page of page 4. It's stupid. Also, Arizona's like, well, we haven't counted all of our ballots yet. Well, it's Thursday afternoon. The election was Tuesday, and people were voting early last week, and they still haven't managed to count the votes. Gee whiz. And the asshole in Maricopa County, the rhino Republican who's in charge of counting votes, guess what he did? Turned off his Facebook. I wonder why. Could it be that he's a giant asshole? He could be in trouble. I guess we're going to find out. But yeah, the Democrats, folks, they're like, look. We need bipartisan legislation. Fuck you, Chuck. We need bipartisan legislation. We need to come together. Oh, you mean like when you came together and called Trump a white supremacist? When you came together and called Trump a neo-Nazi, a Nazi? Like when you came together and you all decided Trump is Hitler. Now, if Chuck Schumer had come out and said, hey, I don't want you guys calling him Hitler or Nazi or white supremacist. That's just wrong and it's disrespectful. He's a former president of the United States. He's running as a president of the United States and stop that shit. No, he never did that. See, that's a lack of leadership. It's a lack of character on his part. And that's why we don't respect these guys. And I tell you what, after every lie they've told about Trump and me and you, after every dirty name they've called Trump and me and you, after every threat they've made to Trump and me and you, after locking up Trump and January 6th protesters and little old ladies who pray and whistleblowers, that's what the government does. They punish. So fuck you, Chuck. No. Every dirty name they call, folks. No, I don't forgive. I don't forget. I'm not going to let it slide. I'm not going to let it just bygones be bygones. It's not water off a duck's back. It's not water under the bridge. It's not gone and forgotten. No, I remember all of this, and that's why I quit being nice years ago. I said, you know what? I'm tired of being nice to these people. Oh, but you can get so many more flies with honey than with shit. No, shit. No, it's not salted shit. These people are shit. And I don't want them or their flies or their bugs, you're not going to get more bees with honey. I don't want them. They're not bees. They're fucking hornets. And they'll sting you every chance they get, and they'll kill you if they get a chance. Just ask all of Hillary's friends. Just ask Seth Rich. Oh, wait, no, Seth Rich is dead. I'm telling you, folks, they don't deserve any mercy. No mercy. We are the terrorists, they said. I'm a domestic terrorist. Parents are domestic terrorists. Patriots are domestic terrorists. Old Tea Party people. The Tea Party was a political faction of old retired people who thought it sounded cute to call their effort, their ARP effort in the tax situation, the Tea Party. They were called domestic terrorists. See something, say something, which means snitch on Republicans. Oh, but see something, say something from the Republicans, you're going to jail as a whistleblower. These people are hypocrites. They're liars. They've called us every dirty name in the book. You loathsome, scummy Republicans clinging to your guns and Bibles. Right? That's the Barack Obama guy. They're calling us deplorables once again. You know, not deplorables like my coffee. There it is again. Beautiful coffee mug with the deplorable symbol of authority there. The Cafe Coffee Company. Love my coffee, right? We're not deplorable. We're deplorables. And then she said, that's too generous. And then they decided to call us garbage. Fuck you, Chuck. There is no bipartisan. It is time to ram everything we can down their throats. Trump has 2 years before there will be in his last term as president. 2 years, and the Democrats could get control of the House or the Senate. So right now, the Republicans have an opportunity to pass everything in the House, everything in the Senate, send it to Trump, and have it passed. And get everything that needs to be done. Period, folks, period. There is no bipartisan. Now, in our country, Trump can run roughshod, and he should. And I will support and encourage. I will be sending emails, text messages. I will to these people in Washington. Quit playing games. Don't fuck around. Get the problems fixed now. Now, Europe is a different situation. Trump can't just go over and tell Europe what to do, right? He's got to work with them in the art of the deal and all that. But I told you about Hungary, where Viktor Orban is. He is probably the greatest ally of Trump in Europe. So 50 heads of state, whether they're presidents or prime ministers or whatever goofy title they want to make, right? 50 of them showed up because Viktor Orban hosted a European Political Community Summit. In other words, it was to say, what the fuck are we going to do about America? Trump is in charge. The old game ain't going to work. They're terrified, folks, about Trump. Good. When your allies are terrified, what does that mean? Well, it could mean two things. Trump is Hitler, and he was president before, and he wasn't Hitler then. So the other thing they could be afraid of is they've been abusing their authority, their privilege, and running roughshod over a retarded old man and an equally retarded whore. And they've been stealing from us and screwing us over. I think that's the problem. I do. And so now they're terrified. Trump is talking about what? Look, if Europe isn't going to pay their fair share, then he won't. And we should put tariffs. They're terrified of tariffs. And recall, folks, yeah, Trump made Europe pay into NATO their own cash. Pay your bills, you Euro government trash. That's basically what he said. And I love European people, folks. When I meet them, they're great fun. Very nice. Very nice. But politicians are politicians. And if you think American politicians are bad, European politicians are far worse. They are more socialist, more backstabbing, more conniving, more lying. No, maybe the word more isn't correct. For all of those descriptions, how about just equally as bad? They just do it a little differently. Is all. Now, there was one funny thing that happened today. Joe Biden, I told you on the morning after the election, yesterday morning, Jill Biden apparently came down the White House staircase. And I have zero respect for Dr. Jill Biden, who's been abusing her husband wore that panda eyes outfit. Sick bitch, sick. But she came down grinning, I guess, like the Cheshire Cat. And then today, Joe Biden came out to discuss Kamala losing. It's not Kamala, it's Kamala. Oh, because that makes a fucking difference. Well, either way, she's a fucking loser, and she'll be lucky to get on the part-time help list at McDonald's. Now, right? Joe Biden came out to talk about the election, and Kamala, Camel Ho, conceding, and he had a grin like the Cheshire Cat. I think he repeatedly sabotaged her because he looked like the happiest old man in an ice cream shop, right? Hey, folks, crazy is what crazy does. So once again, Obama, you wanted to win. I remember seeing his face during the last couple of days of the campaigning before the election. And Michael Obama, both of the Obama freaks were mad and angry. They looked not happy. Joe Biden looks like he just got a BJ from Jill. Jill just looks like she got a BJ from their chef. I don't know where she gets her stuff from. Who knows? But good golly. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So take that, Obama, you immigrant fuck. And that's what I think of him. Where did all my time go? Oh, man, 27 minutes in, I haven't even begun. Not even begun. By the way, Fauci disease alert. South Carolina is on high alert, folks. Apparently, 40 or more monkeys have escaped a research facility. Fauci alert, Fauci alert, Fauci alert. Haven't we had this before where monkeys get released? And they're like, we don't know what disease they have. Folks, right? Authorities are warning residents to lock their doors and windows. What? You can just shut your door. A monkey is not going to be able to open it. Shut your window. Monkeys won't know how to slide the window open. Just shut them. I mean, locking them, fine, whatever. But yeah, shut your doors, lock your doors, shut your windows, lock your windows. They make it sound like there was a prison break. Just these fucking people. But I'm worried that there's gonna be another outbreak. Now, of course, monkeypox. It's kind of a gay thing. Remember when they tried scaring us with monkeypox? Turns out it was just the fucking queers. And even the infighting. The LGB people want to separate from the TQ plus people. Why is that? No. You folks all got in bed together. You all fucked the whole country over with your rainbow shit. Nope. You made your bed. Now you can lie in it with all of the monkeypox and other filthy ass fruitcake, whatever you folks got from each other. Just awful. They're awful fucking people. Okay. Anyways, it's not going to go away, folks. It really isn't. Now, before we get to your questions, I want to let you know that Governor Gavin Gruesome Newsom, has called a special legislative session in the state of California. And you know what's on the agenda? They need to fight Trump. Oh, yeah. Yeah, several governors have come out and said, we're going to be a sanctuary state and we're going to take illegals in and you can't stop us. It's a federal crime to cross the border unlawfully. And so harboring fugitives becomes a crime. You're an accessory to a crime by harboring a federal fugitive. You know, look, if you want to say there's state rights and state rights or states' rights or states' rights, but this is typical Democrat shit. States don't have any rights when the Democrats need to get into the states. And then states have all the rights. States have all the rights when the federal government is not being run by a Democrat. See, it's just bullshit. They're a bunch of gaslighting, lying sacks of shit. So, a federal fugitive crossing state lines and crossing the international border, I think that pretty much means the federal government does have jurisdiction. That doesn't mean that local law enforcement is going to give them any help. But sheltering a criminal, that's a tough one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a crime. Anyways, that's funny as fuck and stupid too. I expect a lot more stupid. Yes, I do. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let us have some fun. We're going to go and do the inner circle with you dudes. Kabam! Okay, Mr. Uman's in charge. He's behind the scenes. And I know you guys have got some great questions, some things that you want to talk about. You've been thinking about it. I want to know because, hey, I keep saying, the show isn't about me. The show is about what's happening out there. And you guys are the eyes and the ears all over the country and indeed all around the world. So, Mr. Uman, who wants to step up? Who's got something to say? And it's Heidi. And she says they were young females that hadn't been used for testing yet. Thank heavens. They were young females that hadn't been used for testing yet. Thank heavens. Is she talking about monkeys? Oh, Uman says yes, monkeys. Well, that part's good. They care what the gender is of monkeys that they're testing stuff on. I mean, I find it, kind of gross and abhorrent. I don't like monkeys anyways. Not a big monkey fan. The musicians from the 60s, they were okay. They were cute, the monkeys. They were kind of like, silly American Beatles. But real monkeys, Reese's monkeys, and yeah, I don't like monkeys. They've got enough brains to be thieves and dangerous, and they don't have enough brains to do any good. So that's kind of what I think of monkeys. Anyways, I'm glad they hadn't been used for testing. That's good. But they're still dangerous little furry bastards. Hopefully they're fixed. Because, boy, monkeys in the wild, not good. I don't like monkeys. Anyways, thank you, Heidi. I'm probably going to have nightmares about monkeys. Okay. Yes, Mr. Uman, let's do another one. What else have we got? We got Mikey G. And he says, squirrels are so big this year, I thought they were monkeys. Hey, squirrels are big. Big news, right? Yeah, we a lot of animals. It's almost like, well, it's the year of animals leading up. 2024 is about saving the cats, saving the dogs, because they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the pets. And then the government is killing the raccoons and killing the squirrels and threatening the beavers. In fact, all of the feminist, Democrat, socialist, Marxists, they are now on a beaver strike. That's correct. There's a beaver strike out there. Yeah, speaking of animals. Before I get to that, which I find very amusing. Peanut the squirrel. Something very fascinating happened. Apparently, just moments before Kamala Harris, moments before Kamala took to the mic to concede, the mainstream media captured something that captured our attention. And it was a squirrel on the White House grounds. A squirrel. Jumping around, running along the edge, little squirrel silhouette showing. It was almost as if the spirit of Peanut was saying, take that, you bitch. Right? That was just it caught everyone's attention. And like, there are no coincidences that the spirit of Peanut, a little cantankerous, silly squirrel jumping around. Good stuff. Very good. Yeah. So back to the beaver problem that's next. Apparently, the women of Kamala, the woman of Kamala Harris, are so mad that they're going to punish. They think they're going to punish you and me. They think they're going to punish Republican men. They think they're going to punish patriotic Americans. They're only going to punish Democrat men, men for Harris, right? White men for Harris. Sorry, the white men for Harris is probably a smaller crowd than black men for Harris. But they're saying they're not going to have sex for 4 years. They call it the 4B. I don't know what the 4B stands for because I didn't go look it up, but it's the 4B plan. But what they're going to do is they're going to stop having sex. All these liberals are going to stop having sex for 4 years as a punishment to men for voting for Trump. So they're playing the victim. Oh, and I'm going to punish someone for thinking differently than them. I think it's fucking funny as hell, right? You know what's going to happen? There's going to be fewer pregnancies, which means there's going to be fewer new liberals made, and there'll be fewer abortions because they're afraid that they're not going to get to have abortions, which is not going to change because Trump has told them, look, I've got no say over it. It's a state issue. And there was an interview with a young blonde woman and her boyfriend where she said, Trump said he's not going to do anything to us and he can't. So I voted for him. Yeah, it sounds like she thinks just a little bit. Apparently abortion is still a big concern. But yeah, what do you think of that punishment of these chicks with blue or green or orange or yellow or red hair looking like fucking circus freaks with bones in their nose or bull rings, you know, tattoos all over their body, up onto their faces and shit, going, we're not going to have sex with men now. We're going to punish you guys. It's like, you just saved someone a fucking headache. They've shown us how crazy they are on the left, folks. It's not going to go away. You can't fix stupid, and you really can't cure crazy. All you can do is learn to behave well. See, crazy people, they can't be fixed. They're broke. They're broke. And so learning to behave well, that's a good trick, but they're not going to learn to behave well. Because what are they doing? They're immediately lashing out and wanting to seek punishment against men. One girl even sat in her car and was filming men. Oh, I hate that guy. I hate that guy. Those guys there, I'd go bite them if I could. It's like, holy shit. I mean, they were worried about Peanut having rabies. They had to go after all these bitches on the internet doing their TikTok videos. But they just want to be the victim, folks. They want attention, and they want to pretend that they're the victims. All right, questions down below. I want to hear what's on your mind. Yes, I covered a few items with that one. Peanut the squirrel spirit, these fruitcake liberal women cutting men off. They're just going to, I mean, they're done. Hey, we got a new name here. James Floyd checking in. He says, yeah, I get a kick out of the crybabies who are beyond consolation. Oh, I watched, there's one guy filming, I don't know if it was his sister. He was taller than her because the camera angle was down. His girlfriend, his wife, I don't know. But she was this heavyweight honey throwing a fit, screaming, ran past him right into the end of a door jam, knocked her right on her ass. You know what was amazing about it? Is she didn't lose her scream. She screamed the whole way into the door, all the way to the ground, got up, started running again, looked like she ran into a closet and shut the door. Fucking hilarious. Oh, and then the one who seems to have won is the black chick who just tilts her head back and opens her jaw. Could probably get 4 or 5 tennis balls in her mouth, screaming like a spoiled 2-year-old. Funny as fuck. Yeah, they're crybabies beyond consolation. You can't console them because they want to be victims. Oh, you bet. Look, they either wanted to be a victim and then wish ill on us if Kamala had won, or they want to be a victim and attack us because Trump won. All right, let's have some more fun with you guys. This is great. I'm having a good time. Of course, though, food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense, keep it handy. And Chin Music says, get a job, lefties. We sent you a message Tuesday. We are tired of carrying you. Cut the shit, grow a pair, and get a job. Oh, you're expecting him to act like a Republican, huh? A responsible adult. I think, Chin, you're asking too much of these morons. Now, I agree we don't need to give them welfare, handouts, EBT cards, or sympathize with them at all. I say you leave them out in the cold. They'll figure it out. Or they'll freeze to death. Fucking idiots. Yeah, they need to get a job. Again, I watched these two college girls. Trump was on the television and they're filming it with their little camera. And then they started hitting the screen and one kicked the screen and broke it. And I thought, oh, you just smashed a 45 or 50-inch TV. You think you're going to go to your parents and ask for a new one? If I was one of those kids' dad, I would say, fuck you, right? You pay for it. I'm not working my ass off so you can smash up a $500 TV. They used to be $5,000 at that size. Now they're $500. That's called capitalism. It does stuff like that. Or capitalistic type things. Anyways, there you have it, folks. Grow a pair. I want to interrupt this program to talk about conspiracy theories. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, folks. I'm the prophet of prepping, right? I'm a conspiracy prophet. Yeah, that's what I am. I'm a conspiracy prophet. Things that they said were conspiracy theories, well, that's what the mainstream media said. That's what journalists said. Well, remember this Russiagate? The journalist said it was a conspiracy theory. And I think about 50 intelligence officers in the United States government said, oh, yeah. It's not true. Russiagate, Israel, and it was a conspiracy theory on their part to try and, well, shit all over Trump. Same with the Steele dossier, right? Which is what was paid for by Hillary Clinton. We said Ukraine is full of corruption. It's a conspiracy theory. Then they find people with suitcases full of money, car trunks loaded with US dollars that we sent over there. They just stole. Child trafficking. We said, hey, hot dogs, pizza, Comet ping pong, Jeffrey Epstein. It's a conspiracy theory. Then they caught Jeffrey Epstein again. And now we have the P. Diddy scandal. And apparently about a dozen homes in Los Angeles area, more likely the wealthy people, because the size of the homes that were burning. A dozen different homes burning. Look kind of like Beverly Hills or Hollywood Hills or something. Burning at the same time. And it's speculated that these are people on the P. Diddy list. All of these homes burning in California. Not right next to one another, folks. Here and there and here and there. There was a helicopter flying around trying to pan in on them all everywhere. Looks like, and I had a friend go, well, why would they burn their house? Why not just leave the country? And I said, evidence, right? All these P. Diddy tapes that are out there, all these witnesses that could describe rooms and homes and say, this is where they took me. I saw this artwork, or I saw this kitchen, or this special room. So if they burn them to the ground, there goes the evidence of what was where. But yeah, child trafficking, huge. And then when they went to war in Ukraine, we're like, they got biolabs there. I think last I heard it was 29 U.S. funded biolabs inside Ukraine. Conspiracy theory. No, it wasn't. Sorry. I mean, Hunter's laptop, the fucking COVID lockdown horse shit. Conspiracy theory. The Jim Jones juice. That's not harmful. It's safe and effective. No, that was a fucking lie. It's a fucking conspiracy, right? Horse paste. Hydroxychloroquine. That's a conspiracy theory that it does anything. No, now they're actually treating cancer with ivermectin. That's not safe. It's dangerous. Fucking stupid people, right? Social media, misinformation and disinformation. It's going to cause the world to explode. No, that was a conspiracy theory, right? That our information is better Elon Musk is now saying that you and I, people like us, right? We're now the media. We're now the media. We get information, we share information. We said the face mask was useless. Media's like, oh, no. Even Fauci's like, yeah, put on 2, put on 3. No. They are useless. We were correct. These fucking people. Anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know that we were right all along. We were right all along. Okay, well, man, let's continue if we shall. I know we got a lot to talk about out there. What is up next? Who wants to say something? It's Heidi. She's back and says, I noticed that Joe Biden didn't stumble over any words, did not trip over his feet, or lose the exit when he gave his exit speech. Wily old fox. Makes you wonder, maybe that wasn't the real Biden that did a concession speech. Maybe he took his medication. Man, I wonder, I just really feel that he's being abused. I really do. I feel that the old guy's being abused. They may have a body double. Someone needs to check him out, see if it was the real Biden or a fake Biden. He had a good old grin on there. He had a big old happy grin. Oh, yes, he did. He genuinely looked happy. I don't think, but see, that's the weird part is I don't think I've ever seen Joe Biden look happy. I've seen him get excited about little girls and ice cream cones, but I've never seen him like elated. Never seen that. But yeah, it's there's a lot of wonder out there, folks. I really still believe that they're going to have Joe Biden step down. And I think once the Democrats are very suspicious. I even saw a post today that said, wait a minute. What happened? Where did this big blue wave go? Why wasn't it there? Why didn't we win the this is the Democrat thoughts and words. Why didn't we win in the battleground states? Why? The cheating wasn't there. Why wasn't it there? Who stopped it? And in fact, here's a quote. Who gave the order to stop? I was like, that's ballsy to be saying words like that. Those are the words that are going around allegedly behind the scenes. And I believe that to be true. I am certain that they're saying that and asking those fucking questions. 20 million votes approximately, right? Didn't make it into that side. Trump should have had more stolen from him, and Kamala should have had a whole lot more. And really, would we have believed it if Kamala won by 10 million, 15 million votes over Trump? She couldn't fill a fucking school cafeteria, much less a gym, with people. No one was enthusiastic to see her. It's just fucking great. I'm loving it. I'm loving the meltdowns, the questioning. They're in disarray. But understand me, folks, the violence is coming. The violence is ready. The violence is going to happen. It's just a matter of moments or days. They're tuning up Antifa. They're tuning up BLM. They're tuning up Hamas and the Palestinian lovers because Trump has threatened them. Your gas is going out. And I think that any American student, well, you got to be careful these days. If you wear a keffiyeh and the police ask your name and you don't give it, they may just assume you don't speak English and put you on a plane to Palestine, Gaza. See how they like living there. Folks, the Palestinian people actually had just years ago, a few years back, it looked like a very nice Mediterranean city on the coast. I mean, I'd rather have the city on the coast with the beaches, and tourism. I'd rather have that than be way up on the hill up there where it's dry and dusty and shitty. I'd much rather be on the beaches down there, kind of like Beirut. And it's not that Beirut was the best damn baseball player there ever was, but Beirut in Lebanon, that was, that was a paradise until Palestinians and Hezbollah took over. Hamas. Whoops. Whoops-a-daisy indeed. Ooh, man, let's have some more fun, shall we? He says, and Who Man says, in all the post-mortem analysis, post-mortem meaning dead Kamala campaign, I find it amusing that when Trump won an area by 1.9%, he won by a razor-thin margin. But when Camel Toes won an area by 1.9%, it was an overwhelming margin. Yeah, it's right. Because they're like, he should just give up. That's it. We can stop counting now. But if it's 1.9%, that's razor thin. Kamala can make that up with just a couple of hours in a private room with a box full of ballots. Yeah, the media is biased, folks. That is not a conspiracy theory. Even though, get this, even though a lot of liberals think, well, that news station is too right wing, right? They're still saying Fox is right wing, and we're like, Fox is fucking left wing, sellout, right? Deep state bullshit. Don't fucking listen to Fox, and I don't. But they're accusing each other, and someone even accused the New York Times of being too conservative. Unbelievable, right? They're pissed off at Bezos for saying, New York or L.A. Times. Sorry. Is it the New L.A. Times or was that the Washington Post? One of the Democrat big time rags. They were the staff quit. I think that was the Washington Post, the WAPO. They didn't endorse Kamala, and then they wanted to fucking quit and go on strike. Go ahead, kill your own companies, fucking dumbasses. Love it. Absolutely love it. Ooh, man, who's next? What are we going to talk about? Ba-da-dum-bum-bump. It's Chin Music. And he says, Dougie, the beta girl beater, started sobbing. Okay, Dougie, the beta, also a girl beater, is Doug Emhoff, the man who loves throwing his hot dog down Camel Toes' hallway. That's right. The man who knocked up his housekeeper, the man who, bitch slapped a girl he was dating. Dougie started sobbing during Cam's concession speech. What a flaggot. Oh, yeah, what a flaggot. And the daughter was there, too. And I'm still getting questions. Is she a tranny? What the fuck is she? What is she supposed to be? Out of the 99 to 150 psychological disorders, I don't know which one she is. Look, when they say there's more than two genders, just take the word gender out and put in the word, right, mental condition. Yeah, there's like 150 different mental conditions. Now everything they say makes sense. There's not only two mental conditions, there's 150 mental disorders out there. Now it makes sense. Kind of like taking the word democracy out of every speech you've ever heard for the last 4 years. Take out the word democracy and substitute the word bureaucracy. You see, that's what they're afraid of being destroyed. The bureaucracy, the deep state, if you will. The bureaucracy, unelected officials, they're not there because they were elected democratically. They are there because they were appointed bureaucratically. Unbelievable. Try it. Just anytime you hear the word democracy, it's bureaucracy. And anytime you hear there's more than two genders or there's 50 genders, no, it's not genders, it's psychological disorders. And then it'll all make sense. It'll all make sense. Anyways, thank you, Chin Music. And yes, Dougie the Beta is quite a flaggot. Yes, he is. He's a special kind of guy. He's a special kind of guy. He'll have funny trying to console Kamala. She'll be hitting the bottle. No. She's going to be out of a job. No more bottles for her. She'll be hitting the box of wine. Darn soon, I tell you. Darn soon, if she hasn't already. They may even set her up on an IV drip. Okay, let us continue if we shall. And it's Rock Valley Ready says, libs not having sex? More like straight men don't bang chicks with dicks. Well, I tell you. No. See, they'll tell you. the chicks with dicks, the trannies, they'll say, no, I'm a woman. And if you won't have sex with me, then you're a bigot, right? You're a bigot because, a female with a dick. No, it's, like I said, it's a mental disorder. Chicks with dicks is a mental disorder. Crazy, isn't it? So liberals, yeah. And then if you look at the liberal women, it's amazing. The liberal chicks with dicks almost look more attractive than the liberal women. These giant Twinkie snorting, I don't even know what the hell they are. Jabba the Hutt types with blue hair, that like the Tragamuff chick, yeah, or the Scream chick. And what's with the fucking glasses? Now look, glasses are personal, right? Glasses are personal. They're personal. Like these are my glasses here, right? Makes me look a little bit nerdy, right? A little nerdy here. This is one look. And then I've got my reading glasses here. Right? They give me a different look, the old down on the nose old guy look. But why is it that these liberals, they treat glasses like it's a fashion statement, and they look fucking weird? It's like the psycho librarian look, like the chick from Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters, what do you want? But no one wants that. That's for sure. Wow. Let's have some more funny. Thank you, Rock Valley Ready. Yes. And then it's Orlando. He says, John, I find all these videos of people losing their minds over the election so funny. Man, I tell you, every time I see one, I just lose my ass. The other day I was listening to this song with Lily, and it's the Jump Around song. Jump around, jump around, jump around. Yeah, right. And then some guy got one of these liberal fruitcake chicks screeching, and she went, and so he recorded it and then put it into the Jump Around song. Well, I changed the words to jump around to trump around, trump around. It was fun stuff. Anyways, he says, they're like a bunch of Sam Kinnisons. Oh, say it. Sheesh. I don't know. I guess now I need to do that. I need to do it. It's going to happen now. I'm sorry, folks. It's time for a little, but.
Well, I didn't know you wanted to get involved with the discussion,
Mr. Actually a little
Helper.
bit intellectual in a way.
But since you want to help, maybe you can help me, okay? You remember that thing we had about 30 years ago called that Korean conflict? Yeah, where we failed to achieve victory. How come we didn't cross the 38th parallel and push those rice eaters back to the Great Wall of China and take the Berkeley brick and nuke them back into the fucking Stone Age River? How come? Tell me why? Say it! Say it!
All right, I'll say it. Because Truman was too much of a pussy wimp to let MacArthur go in there and blow out those commie bastards.
I like the way you think.
Answer.
I'll be watching you. Oh, thank you, Orlando. I love Sam Kinison. What a strange fucking dude. But he almost makes sense when he goes on his rants, like when he talked about all the people living in the desert. He's like, look at this. Look at this. It's sand. It's sand. You live in a fucking desert. Go live where the food is. Yeah, Sam was good. I think we got time for one more if it's not too difficult of a topic. Uman says glasses and crazy eyes. Oh, the liberals that their eyes. I can't do it. I can't look like I'm taking handfuls of antidepressants every day. That crazy eye look where they're all fucked up. That hurts. But that's splatter shields. Oh, man. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Mikey. Splatter shields. Yep. Yeah, I don't think any of these women really qualify for Bukkake championship contests. But, they are liberal fruitcake weird asses, and they lost. Trump, America, freedom, liberty, decency, morality won. But the fight is not over. It is just begun. Folks, chance favors the prepared mind. Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense, and your plan. You need it all together, so please get it together. Go to thepreparedmind.club and find what you need. Compare shopping prices anywhere. All we have there is links at the club, where to go, right? If you're interested in a gas mask because you think we could get a nuclear, biological, chemical attack, you hit the button. You're interested in a solar panel and a little battery system for getting power if the power goes out, you hit that button. There is no Prepared Mind warehouse, but we'll send you to places where things are for sale and you can get them. Get prepared, folks. All righty. I had to do a little bit of housekeeping there with the plugs. And folks, I'll see you 0 dark 30 tomorrow.